of Microsoft's ActiveX control containers have some kind of a tools, macros, record macro feature. We don't have a record macro feature, but you can create your own macros from here. If I go in here to the macros dialog and just type the name of a macro, test macro 1 for example. Now at this point I can create this. Before I create it, let me show you the current makeup of this code panel. We don't have any external modules and we don't have any subroutines written here. And when I choose create, what you'll notice is we've added automatically an external module. We've added a subroutine called test macro 1, and from here I can go ahead and put anything that I want. Any code. Of course it's up to me. It's not as easy as recording a macro. But for example, I'll take a look at the number of active symbols, or the number of symbols in my active display, and I can run it just like any of those other macros that you can run that have been recorded. I can go into macros, find the macro, and run it that way. Here's my number of symbols. Or I can run it using F8 to run it. And if you haven't seen this before, there's something called the, go ahead. There's a toolbar called the VBA toolbar. Yeah, this is the VBA toolbar right here. And this little button here allows you to invoke that macros as well. I can go ahead and select the macro and go ahead and run it like that. This, by the way, takes you back into the Visual Basic editor. So as you can see, no record macro feature, but you can invoke your own simple macros similarly. That macro that I added in the last example is something I can easily add to my toolbar. If I go into View Toolbars and go into the Commands option, there's an option here for user-definable categories of commands. So, in addition to going out and choosing things like this, we can choose the ones that we've developed. I'll go into Macros. I'll choose this one, Main Column Bottom, and I'll go ahead and add this to an existing toolbar. Now, I could add my own toolbar if I wanted to by going back over here. I'll just place this on the Visual Basic toolbar. There we go. It's called Main Column Bottom. It's kind of hard to see there. Let me drag this off so that we can see this a little bit better. And since we're still here editing in the Customize dialog, I can do a right mouse click and specify what image I'd like to use for that. So in this case I'll put a little, let's put a little dialog there. And now when I click on this, as you can see, it goes out and invokes that macro for me. So we do have the option to add these things to the toolbar.